But as the drone zoomed in, there was no bulldozer in sight. Instead, an unseen force appeared to be shaking an enormous tree with incredible power. The footage sparked speculation. Could this be the work of a Sasquatch? While nothing was visible, the strength on display was undeniable. The mystery of the tree shaker added another surprising chapter to the ongoing Bigfoot saga, leaving researchers eager for more evidence. Oklahoma standoff.
I'm gonna keep dunking down for them.
Wouldn't it be cool if building a website felt like working in your favorite design tool? With Framer, it is. First is the freeform canvas. You can place anything you want anywhere on the page. And when you're ready to add more structure, you've got stacks and grids. Make your layouts fluid. Add padding and spacing. Align content to grids. And choose units that work for you. Then add breakpoints and make your site look.
You don't like that light, whatever the hell it is.
A controversial Bigfoot hunter in Oklahoma sparked intense debate with his unconventional methods, using bait traps instead of traditional searching, and divided the cryptozoology community like never before. On September 16, 2014, around 9:30 p.m., his camera caught a pair of glowing eyes near his fruit and meat bait.
I'm gonna keep dunking down for them. You don't like that light, whatever the hell it is.
What followed was a tense game of hide-and-seek in the darkness. Against his better judgment, he decided to go toward the creature. But as he drew near, fear took hold, and he had to leave to protect himself. Crazy chase. In the Russian woods in 2011, a frightened hiker filmed something that made his hands shake. Through the trees, a massive figure moved strangely, walking with bent knees. The mysterious creature, covered in thick brown fur,
Holy right there, look. It's going up the hill.
stood much taller than any human. The creature, believed to be the Russian Bigfoot, moved between the trees like a shadow. What made this video special was the way it walked. Experts pointed out that walking with bent knees for that long would be very difficult for some other animals other than Bigfoot. It made me wonder if it guards those remote woods. Night sighting. In the darkness of May 30th, 2024, a trucker's ordinary night turned extraordinary near Alberta's Sunchild First Nation Reservation. While picking up equipment at a rural industrial site, his headlights revealed a giant figure hiding behind thin tree branches. The beast, standing between 11 to 13 feet tall, was caught on the truck's dash camera. The scared trucker drove away. The site owners have now placed cameras around the area to catch another glimpse of this mysterious giant. Forest Guardian. In the peaceful woods of Hickory, North Carolina, a simple dog walk in August 2019 turned into an unforgettable adventure that would change everything. The folk heard strange knocks in the trees, followed by rocks moving down the hillside. What he filmed next was an 8-foot-tall creature, black with a silvery shine, moving through the forest.
He's still up here, or something's up here. He's moving.
Later, he discovered massive 15-inch footprints at the site. The incident happened just 40 miles from where the legendary creature Nobby was spotted multiple times in 1979. The area, known for centuries-old Bigfoot sightings since the 1800s, lived up to its mysterious reputation that day.
He's still up here, or something's up here. He's moving.
Unexpected encounter. In the Canadian wilderness, a local man's camping video sparked a heated debate among Bigfoot investigators. Through the shaky camera footage, a massive furry figure appeared briefly between the trees. Before anyone could get a clear look, it vanished behind a large rock. Though the video was short, experienced investigators noticed unusual details. The creature's movement and natural interaction with its environment didn't match typical animal patterns. The case remains one of Canada's most discussed Bigfoot encounters, reminding us that some mysteries of the northern woods remain unexplained. Beachside stroll. Early morning at Northern California's Eel River brought an unexpected visitor. Let me introduce it to you all. Unlike typical Bigfoot sightings in dense forests, this creature chose the open beach for its morning walk. The humanoid figure moved with surprising grace along the riverbank. Its casual stroll didn't look like some mysterious beast. What caught witnesses' attention wasn't fear or aggression, but rather how content the creature seemed, enjoying the peaceful shoreline just like any human would. This rare sighting added a new dimension to Bigfoot folklore. Perhaps these beings appreciate a peaceful beach day as much as we do. Woodlands Sasquatch. Near a crystal blue river, an unexpected dite caught the attention of passers-by. Unlike the typical dark-furred Bigfoot reports, this creature stood out with its light-colored coat against the woodland backdrop. The mysterious figure moved with purpose through the trees. Its pale fur creating an almost ghostly appearance in the forest shadows. What made this sighting unique wasn't just the creature's unusual coloring, but its comfort near the water, challenging traditional beliefs about these woodland giants. Mysterious sighting. A strange story came to California back in the 1960s. Two men were out exploring when they saw an unbelievable thing. They said they spotted a big, hairy creature that looked like no animal they'd ever seen before. He thought, they do exist. The men filmed what they saw, and their video became super famous. For years, folks didn't believe him. But now, he's traveling around, sharing his story. He says more people are open to the idea that maybe there's a mysterious creature out there we haven't discovered yet. Utah Bigfoot.
Are you using Google Ads for Google Analytics?
2015, a peaceful day of filming at Utah's Payson Canyon turned terrifying when strange noises drew a man's attention to the treetops. What his camera captured among the tall, thin trees would haunt him for months. Too scared to share his experience, the witness kept this encounter secret for a year. When he finally shared it with the Paranormal Review in 2016, experts noted how the being's movements differed from both humans and known wildlife, adding another piece to Utah's growing collection of Bigfoot encounters. Giant ape. On Vancouver Island's rugged trails near Port Renfrew, a summer hike in 2013 led to an unforgettable encounter. Hidden among branches, a light-furred creature sat motionless, almost blending with its surroundings. Though its face remained hidden by leaves, the witness managed to capture something remarkable. A being that seemed neither fully human nor animal. Its pale fur stood out against the dark forest, challenging traditional Bigfoot descriptions. The footage, while brief, added to the growing evidence that these mysterious beings might call Canada's largest Pacific Island home. Bigfoot footage. Above the snow-capped peaks of Mount St. Helens, where Douglas fir trees stand like green giants, a drone captured a unique sighting that made everyone speechless. Because what moved between those ancient trees? Two explorers watched their drone footage in disbelief as it showed a massive dark figure walking through the forest. This wasn't just any forest visitor. It stood incredibly tall against the mighty trees. The mysterious being moved just like a person would, taking long steps. Before the watchers could get a better look, the dark giant slipped behind a thick tree trunk and vanished into the shadows or its home. As many believe, Mount St. Helens' deep forests and hidden valleys make perfect homes for these mountain dwellers away from curious human eyes. Hunter's shocking discovery. A hunter in the woods got the surprise of his life. He had set up his blind near some strange footprints he'd seen earlier. Little did he know what was about to happen. In the afternoon, the hunter spotted an unbelievable thing. Just 20 feet away, hiding behind a bush, was a creature that looked just like Bigfoot. The hairy, ape-like animal was staring right at the camera. The hunter couldn't believe his luck. He'd managed to film what might be the legendary Bigfoot in broad daylight. This amazing video has got Bigfoot believers very excited, and me too. What about you?
Six to 7 feet tall, gray in color, large wingspan.
Those eyes, that's what held you. It was just a red.
It could have been like an angel of death or an omen.
Holding the mysteries high above our reach, the skies are now letting them fall to the ground. From winged creatures to demonic entities. Extraterrestrial visitors to hard creatures to demonic entities. Extraterrestrial visitors to hardly captured phenomenons. Hang on to see strange things that appeared in the skies and shocked the whole world.
Still going. Whoa!
Winged creature. An old video recently popped up on social media and sparked new interest in a long-time mystery. It was filmed by a local on a road and showed a strange winged creature sitting on a tree branch. But it wasn't just any bird. As the camera got closer, the creature noticed it was being watched. In an instant, it spread its huge wings and flew off into the sky. Its appearance showed it might be the Jersey Devil. It could be a glimpse of a creature thought to exist only in stories. Skyfall spectacle.
Whoa! It's still going. Whoa!
A group of students were studying night photography when they watched a strange object creating a light show. Using their good cameras, the students took incredible pictures of what looked like a huge, glowing stick with a bright ball at the front, which might be for showing its way. The object flew across the sky, lighting its way through the darkness. They thought it might be a UFO, but experts later said it was the leftover part of a Chinese rocket coming back into Earth's atmosphere.
Whoa! It's still going. Whoa!
Sky chase. A routine flight turned extraordinary when a passenger saw a bizarre view outside his window. Near the plane's wing, a disc-shaped craft glided effortlessly through the sky. But that wasn't all. The mysterious object suddenly activated some kind of other device. A black thing appeared and started giving off signals. Then, within a blink of an eye, the UFO went away at a speed of like thousands of miles per hour. It seemed like a close encounter with alien technology. But whatever it was, this sky-high mystery left the witness with an everlasting impression of his flight. UFO's flying lesson. A U.S. Navy F-22 pilot got the surprise of his lifetime while flying over Alaska. He spotted a disc-shaped UFO that seemed really interested in their plane. The strange object flew right up to the F-22. It even went behind the jet, as if it was following along. The co-pilot managed to record this weird encounter, but the video cuts off suddenly. What happened next? Did the UFO disappear into the air, or did it stick around for more? No one knows. This close encounter made everyone think about who, or what, might be sharing our skies. Crimson Sky Serpent. In 2020, a resident captured an astonishing sight that left the world in shock. Flying high above the city treetops, a creature straight out of legend appeared. A red dragon. For a brief moment, this magnificent beast dominated the sky. Its long, serpentine body looked like something that came straight out of a myth. It also sat for a while on someone's wall. Could this be proof that mythical creatures still exist in our modern world? Either way, this sky serpent left everyone who watched him shocked. Stormy Stranger. On one stormy day, the sky put on a wild light show. Lightning flashed and thunder roared near a tall building. But that wasn't the strangest part. Between the bright flashes, a dark figure appeared in the sky. People on the street stopped and stared, talking excitedly about what they saw. It was either an alien or a superhero taking a flight. Whatever it was, it disappeared into the clouds as quickly as it came. Curious orb. So spotting something mysterious is one thing, but being stalked by a mysterious glowing orb is something no one would want. In the Rocky Hills, a mysterious red light was caught in the sky. At first, it just floated high above, but then something odd happened. When a car drove along the lonely road below, the red orb started to follow it. It might have lost its way and looked for directions, and decided to chase the car instead. Or was it something sinister? I believe it was the latter. Trail terrors. One afternoon in Managua, Nicaragua, a group of tourists went for a nice hike. As they walked on the trail, they heard strange noises coming from the trees above. Suddenly, brown creatures with bat-like wings appeared at the branch of a tree. These bizarre beings looked like living demons as they came down towards the hikers. The group managed to escape, but not before capturing shocking footage
Atención, porque solo tienes 300 días para invertir en el mercado más
of their encounter. Their terrifying experience left them surprised, and they wondered what other secrets those Managua trails might be hiding. Rooftop flyers. Look, up on the roof. It's not a bird, nor a plane. It was a walking, flying creature. A resident saw two winged beings on top of their house. These weren't ordinary creatures or bats. One of them was walking on two legs just like a person. As the witness watched and recorded them, both creatures spread their wings and took off into the sky, one after the other. They might be angels waiting to be discovered by the people. This just goes to show that sometimes the most amazing discoveries can happen right in front of you, or on your roof, for that matter. Saucer by Lake. Imagine a peaceful day by a lake in Peru suddenly turned into an out-of-this-world experience. A group of tourists encountered an unbelievable sight above the sandy mountains. From behind white clouds, a flying saucer appeared. This appeared to be a UFO hovering in the sky. The tourists couldn't believe what they were seeing. Well, these lucky tourists just got a story they'll be telling for years to come. Desert Dragon. A video from the Middle East had everyone talking about a weird flying creature. It had wings of a bat, a body like a dinosaur, and a tail straight out of a fairy tale. It looked like it's a real dragon that somehow came to life. The close-up view in the video made it hard to tell for sure. It showed that sometimes the line between fantasy and reality can get blurry. Luminous Nightbird. A shiny, glowing bird lit up the night sky like a living lantern. It sat on a tree branch, its light casting a warm glow all around. Then in a flash, it spread its wings and took flight. It could be a real-life phoenix, the legendary bird of fire. Some thought it might be a rare bird with special feathers that shine in the dark. Whatever it was, it gave us a glimpse of forgotten magic, or a mystery just waiting to be discovered. smoky surprise. Ever seen a puff of smoke fall from the sky? That's exactly what happened in this strange video. A black, smoky figure suddenly dropped from the dark clouds above. People gathered around, wondering what on earth could it be. Some folks joked it might be a Dementor or some other evil creature that was falling from the sky, but someone did mention it was most likely a hot air balloon. 7 sun spectacle. You wake up imagining seeing one sun in the sky, but instead there were 7. That is what happened in Chengdu, China. Scientists explain that this rare sight was caused by light bending in the atmosphere, creating sun-like illusions. But that didn't make it any less amazing for the locals who saw it. This incredible sky show reminded everyone that our world is full of wonderful surprises. Sometimes, all you have to do is look up to see truly extraordinary views, more than just the clouds. Winged weirdo. As the sun was setting over Dallas, Texas, a person on his way home saw a strange sight. A creature with huge wings was sitting on top of a tower's antenna. But it wasn't just sitting still. It started shaking its wings like it was getting ready to fly. Then, all of a sudden, it flew away really fast. Locals thought it might have been a gargoyle because of its humanoid body and wings, like those stone creatures you see on old buildings. What a strange sight on the way home. Sunset Angel.
Oh my gosh!
Just as the sun was painting the sky orange, a magical occurrence took place which stunned the locals. Kids standing near their windows pointed surprisingly at that incredible sight happening in the sky. Floating among the clouds was a glowing white figure with enormous wings. It looked just like an angel. The mysterious being slid through the air, as if on an important heavenly mission. Then, in a blink, it just disappeared, leaving everyone speechless. Was this an angel, or perhaps something beyond our understanding? This amazing sighting left the locals with a story they would tell for generations.
Oh my gosh!
Skyrider. A video surfaced online that showed a creature thought to exist only in fairy tales. It was a Pegasus. This winged horse appeared out of nowhere, flying over the Rocky Mountains. The mythical animal had powerful wide wings and glided through the air like it was dancing on clouds. Viewers watched in amazement as the Pegasus landed on a mountaintop as well. Winged horses were only seen in mythologies or folktales till now, but this just made it all real. Wings of Wonder. In a quiet place, a peaceful moment turned into an exciting adventure when suddenly, an unbelievable giant creature no one had ever seen before appeared in the sky.
I can join your guild on one condition.
What is it? We'll do anything.
Kick that loser rogue out. And then I'll bring you the powerful Blood Claw at level 200.
I'll save you the trouble and leave now. You're not worthy of my sword mastery anyway.
What? He is Aaron the Storm Sword?
And his level is maxed?
Young bosses, I can do it on my own.
AFK Journey. Download now.
This strange being had a human-like body, but enormous dark wings that stretched across the sky. As it flapped its wings, a few feathers fell to the ground. The most amazing part? When the creature moved its wings, a bright light shimmered from them as if they glowed by magic. The local who witnessed it didn't believe his eyes, questioning if he was seeing some kind of human-bird crossover or some other mysterious creature. This sky visitor left us with a story we would never forget. Sky Titan. A city got a big surprise when a giant black creature with wings appeared in the sky. It was so huge that people thought it might be a dragon or maybe a supersized bat. This flying beast flew over buildings, giving a proper look. Some wondered if it escaped from a secret lab, while others thought it might be a new species nobody had ever seen before. This Sky Titan just goes to show that sometimes looking up can lead to the most unexpected discoveries. Midnight Spectre. What would you do if you saw a witch on your way home? A group of friends faced this exact scary situation one night. Flying high above the road was a strange, floating figure that looked just like a witch from a scary story. At first, they thought it might be some weird space blanket. But as they got closer, it seemed more like something from another world. The brave friends managed to film the creepy sight, despite being scared. Was it a witch looking for souls? You tell us. City Sky's Dragon. A group of boys couldn't believe their eyes when they saw an unbelievable creature in the sky. Flying over their city, between the power lines, was what looked like a dragon. One boy managed to record this amazing sight. It moved with incredible speed, as if it wanted to reach somewhere, and the fact that it was seen by several people made it all a bit more reliable for the people. But why it was not shared on the news media platform is a mystery to me. Let me know, what do you guys think? Red lights. Europe's night sky turned into an amazing sight as thousands of red orbs appeared, filling the city with a strange red glow. These mysterious lights slowly came down from the sky, leaving smoke trails behind them like fiery drops. People rushed outside, holding up their phones to record the incredible scene. Even the police showed up, just as confused as everyone else. Some thought the lights were special flares, while others believed it was unexplainable. As the red orbs kept drifting down, people shared all kinds of ideas about what they could be. No matter where they came from, this red light show left the whole city amazed, showing us that there are still things we don't fully understand. Flying Phantom. This weird black creature going up in the sky has got the entire town talking dot. This wasn't your average bird or even an airplane. It was a weird black shape, like a ghostly gown flying all by itself. Its sleeves flapped in the wind as it flew higher and higher. Some said it was a demonic entity that appeared in the sky as a sign of warning. Well, it kind of looks like a demon to me, but if you have got any better explanation for this eerie sight, let me know. Phoenix Flight. Not love, but for this tourist magic was in the air. Okay, I said it because he captured this. These flying birds looked exactly like the mythical phoenix. For those of you who don't know, phoenix are birds related to Greek mythology. They are said to have the ability to be reborn through their ashes, which made this sighting a bit more convincing, as the tourist thought he recorded the rebirth of these strange birds. Sky Swarm Spectacle. A driver got an incredible surprise while on the road. Instead of a dust storm, he saw a truly surprising sight. The sky filled with millions of small creatures, flying together in a huge swarm. These mysterious beings took over the entire sky, flying above city houses and roads. These were either supersized fireflies or a flock of rare type of bird that only appears rarely. Scientists think it might be a once-in-a-lifetime event where insects or small animals gathered in huge numbers. Whatever caused this sky swarm, it left everyone who saw it in wonder at nature's surprises. Mountain UFO. You are climbing a mountain in Japan and then suddenly come face to face with a giant UFO. That's exactly what happened to some hikers back in 1995, and luckily they caught it all on video. This wasn't your average flying saucer. The UFO's body was invisible, but it had a ring of round lights all around its middle, like a glowing belt in the sky. It was so big and strange that one brave hiker decided to climb higher for a better look. As cars drove by on the road below, completely unaware, this mysterious visitor was putting on a light show in the sky. Was it giving a warning, or just came for some mission? We may never know, but these hikers got an unforgettable view from their trip. Milwaukee's sky dancers. The skies over Milwaukee came alive with a strange and beautiful show. At first, some thought they were watching fireworks, but then these lights moved in odd patterns, chasing each other across the sky. They even left glowing trails behind them, like magical shooting stars. Reporters who filmed the event wondered if they might be seeing aliens at play. They thought for a moment that they could be drones programmed to move in special ways. But for sure, this wasn't true. These sky dancers turned Milwaukee's night into a spectacular light show that no one will soon forget.
Are those fireworks?
Cathedral Guardian. In Managua, Nicaragua, a tourist got more than he expected while visiting the old cathedral in 2020. As he set up his camera, his heart skipped a beat when something caught his eye. Standing at the top of the cathedral was a brown, gargoyle-like creature. At first, the visitor thought it was just an old statue. But then, to his amazement, it spread its wings and took flight. The creature circled the building before settling back down. Could it be a living gargoyle watching over the cathedral, or an ancient spirit awakened? Who knows? After that encounter, the man was left with an unsettling feeling that something in the world had shifted. Woodland Witch. In the wooded mountains, a hiker stumbled upon a sight straight out of a fairy tale, or perhaps a nightmare. There, soaring high in the sky, was what appeared to be a real-life witch on a broomstick. The stunned hiker couldn't make out many details of this terrifying creature, but one thing was clear. It was riding a broomstick through the air. The witch zipped through the forest with unnatural speed, leaving him questioning everything he thought he knew about the world. Cloud climb. An unexpected scene was uncovered in the skies of Nebraska back in August 2019. A figure that looked like a human walking up a staircase made of clouds. The scene was so strange, it made everyone question what they were seeing. Some thought they were seeing a soul going to heaven, while others believed it might be a visitor from another world. The figure kept climbing higher and higher into the blue sky. Was it something from heaven, or an alien encounter? Since scientists couldn't explain it, we're left to think about the strange things happening around us. Cosmic Light Show. A strange video got everyone talking. It showed a weird phenomenon coming from behind a mountain, making a glowing cloud in the sky. Then, suddenly, a bright light, like a shooting star, zoomed towards it. The whole thing lit up for a second, and then the cloud started falling apart. But wait, before it did, a dark object zipped away super fast. As the clouds fell like smoke, there was even a loud noise. Was this an alien spaceship in trouble? Let me know in the comments below.
Ocean giant.
The
explanation, suggesting it might be a powerful water spout.
A huge, mysterious figure appeared just above the water, leaving everyone in shock. It had a weird but elongated shape. Some people thought it might be Jesus coming back. Others listened to weather experts who said it could be a water spout turning into a tornado. A few even worried it was a warning about a coming disaster. While no one knows for sure what this giant shadow was, it sure made for an exciting day at the beach.
Explanation, suggesting it might be a powerful water spout.
Sky portal. When a portal opens up, people expect angels or demons to come crashing down. That was exactly the fear of this neighborhood when they saw a light shaped like a saucer coming down from the sky. It was so bright that it lit up everything below. People didn't understand what they were seeing. The sky had just opened up, and the bright light almost made everyone blind. Although they didn't capture any creature falling to the ground, they believe it was an other dimensional portal.
Look at this. What the hell is that?
Glowing woods. On a foggy night in September 2024, a magical incident took place in the dark woods. Balls of white light appeared out of nowhere in the misty trees, and these weren't normal lights. They were glowing, and the entire scene looked like something straight out of a fairy tale movie. These glowing things could actually be fairies, since there have been many myths related to them revealing themselves when no one's watching. And the glows could be coming from the magic wand? What are your thoughts on it? Let me know. Giant
Vuelve el renove de Mediamar. Ahorra hasta 400 euros y... ¡Hazte un renove!
Giant floating city. Dark buildings appeared high above in the clouds, like a ghostly city coming out of nowhere. Was this a city from another world? Who could be living there, birds or angels? Everyone wanted to know. A few days later, people in Jiangxi province saw a similar incident, making everyone wonder if the skies hold more secrets. Scientists think it is called a fata morgana, a type of mirage that makes faraway things look like they are floating. But for those who saw it, this was an unforgettable sight that left them curious. Glowing mystery. A strange, glowing blue line appeared in the clouds, lighting up the darkness. But that wasn't all. On top of this weird light, people saw a dark figure. It looked like some kind of creature. The mysterious shape moved into the clouds and disappeared. Was it an alien spaceship? Or maybe just a very unusual weather event? Whatever it was, this glowing mystery in the Arizona sky left everyone wondering what other secrets might be hiding in the night. Flying mystery. A video from China became the talk of the town. Want to know why? The clip shows a huge creature flying over some hills. With two giant wings and a long tail, it looked just like the legendary dragon. The people who watched that video believed that it might be a dragon, or at least a pterodactyl. But that can't be true. They're extinct, right? As this beast flew behind a mountain, it vanished, and to this day, no one has been able to capture it again. Yet. Fish from clouds. In Iran, it rained fish. Real, live fish fell from the sky during a big storm. A local man picked up one of the fish from the ground. Some fish sadly lost their lives, but others were still jumping around, looking for water. How did this happen? Well, it wasn't magic. Scientists think a tornado over water, called a waterspout, sucked up fish from a lake or river. Then, the wind carried the fish, and drop rain came after a big, scary storm. Well, it seems that weather events are reminding us that nature can be shocking. Squid sensation. A viral video had everyone talking about a weird creature floating high above us. This bizarre being had huge, long tentacles waving in the air, looking like it came from a science fiction movie. Now we all know squids and octopuses live in the ocean, not in the sky. So what could this creature be? Some people think it might be a new, unknown creature. Whatever it was, this sky squid certainly got everyone's attention. It just goes to show that sometimes truth can be stranger than fiction. Or at least it looked that way on video. Fiery Phoenix. An extraordinary creature caught the eye of one lucky observer in the rolling hills of the countryside. Despite the shaky video, this mythical being made a stunning appearance. The flying creature glowed with an intense light as if it were surrounded by fire. Its form resembled a giant bird, but not like any seen before. It flew through the air at an impossible speed. Firstly, the viewers thought it might be a drone or a UFO, but its movements were too quick, too alive. This could be a legendary phoenix rising from the ashes, or maybe another magical creature. Could this be the moment when myth and reality finally collide in the skies? Hovering web. This weird loop-shaped thing didn't move or blow away in the wind, like you'd expect. If it was just some fishing line or a torn mosquito net, why didn't it fly away? And if it was smoke, why didn't it change shape? Nobody could figure it out. Some folks even thought it might be a sign of bad luck. It just goes to show that sometimes the strangest sights can appear right above our heads. Frozen pigeon. A busy city got quite a shock when they saw a pigeon that seemed to have forgotten how to be a bird. This feathered friend was spotted just hanging in the air, not moving at all. It looked like someone had hit the pause button on it. No strings or wires were holding it up. Even when rescue workers tried to help it down with a big pole, the bird stayed put. Some joked that it must be a glitch in the real world, like in a video game. This suspended pigeon amazed everyone, even people who usually have explanations for weird things. What might have happened here? Tell us what you guys think. And now, let us move on to our subscriber pick of the day. In 2018, a young man stumbled upon a crowd staring up at a building in shock. There, attached to the wall, was a creature that looked like a giant insect. This wasn't your average fly. It had many legs and wings, and was big enough to give anyone the creepy crawlies. As people watched in amazement and fear, the huge bug suddenly took flight. Maybe it got camera shy with all the attention. This mega insect left everyone wondering, was it a new species, or just...
Hi, I'm Gabriella, and this is the Roland Bridgecast 1. A simple...
The idea of myths coming true has always fascinated us, but has this ever happened? Have people ever captured the legendary beasts, or is it all just an illusion? The answers to these long-asked questions lie in this video.
Oh my god!
From creatures that appear magical to encounters that are hard to believe.
Go, go, go, go, go, go, go, go, go, go!
Hang on for the videos that shocked everyone. Troll in the woods. This man's worst nightmare became a real-life experience for him. A Norwegian man was hiking in the mountains and videotaping himself when he realized that he might not be all alone in the wilderness. He saw a gigantic figure standing in the background when he moved the camera. The giant was standing as if it was ready to take down the man. The huge anomaly looked like a giant bear. It was covered in thick black fur. But then the worst happened. The beast started to chase the man and ran after him. The monster's feet thumped on the ground. It growled and terrorized the man. Scared for his life, the guy left his camera in the wilderness, and that made the troll stop chasing the poor guy and pick up the camera instead, only to smash it with one hit. Baby Chewbacca?
Where the hell did you find that thing?
Pets often bring odd things home, but this man's dog brought back one of the strangest creatures. His dog returned with a strange, doll-like figure. It looked like a tiny human skeleton with long hair. Even more bizarre, there was a ring-like object on its head, resembling a crown. The man immediately thought it could be a little person. So, could this be the skeleton of a duende or some other mythical creature? Share your thoughts in the comments.
The f, man? Why don't you bring home rats instead?
Glowing creature. In the dark of the night, this person saw some kind of a glowing creature that was sitting on top of an electricity pole. It looked like a huge bird with mighty wings. Later identified as the mythological creature, Phoenix. This bird looked like its body was made with fire. It was shining bright in the pitch-black darkness and looked fierce. The bird-like mythological anomaly then fluttered its fiery wings and flew high above in the sky and disappeared into the darkness. So, Phoenix really do exit then? Or just another trick? Banyu. In the dark of the night, a strange creature was seen lurking in the deep waters. The unidentifiable entity looked like a demonic goat or a mythological monster as it came up to the surface. The creature looked like it had no nose and only had long tentacles. It kept bobbing up its head from the water to look around. Perhaps to hunt for a prey, or maybe terrify others. At last, it came on the deck, grabbed the meal, and went back to its hideout. What was it exactly? No one knows for sure. Oddity in the mountains. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In Turkey, two pals were reportedly driving home when something strange appeared in front of their eyes. As they were crossing their way through a remote mountain road, a strange humanoid figure appeared standing right in front of their car. The creepy creature blocked their path and seemed to be moving towards them. It looked like the creature was walking like a penguin, but its sheer size made it cover the distance in no time. The scary sight was enough to terrify the poor lads as they decided to run for their life, never to disturb whatever lurked in the woods that day, and never to take that road again.
İnsan bu ya. İnsan üstüne geliyor.
Fairy-like insect. Do you believe in fairies? If not, then this next encounter will surely renew your faith in these magical creatures. This guy was lucky enough to come across this strange little creature. At first, it looked like a dragonfly, but it was far from normal. The odd entity had a green-colored body, along with a beautiful set of wings that showed dark colors when they fluttered. The creature was so strange that it looked otherworldly due to its shape and size. It had the body of a flying insect, but its wings made it look like a figure from fairyland. Was it really a fairy, or some other insect species waiting to be discovered? Serpent dragons. Somewhere in India, a person came across an unusual snake. It looked less like a snake and more like a dragon, as its body resembled the slithering animal, but its head was just like a dragon's. The weird creature was standing like a cobra, possibly looking for prey when the man caught it from afar. In another video, the camera captured a mutant snake, or maybe an actual dragon. This snake-like creature was moving like the reptile underwater, but it had scary horns and spikes all over its body. So, is it true that these mythical creatures are coming back to life and slowly taking over? Rake.
Wait, stop right there. What is that? Is that a bug? What is that?
Two friends were out for a night drive that took them to the fields. Suddenly, the men noticed something strange in the distance. When one of the guys took out his phone to record, he was shocked. There was a creepy creature. It looked like a cryptid that was tall and slim, with long legs and arms. But its arms were unusual and had pointy edges that resembled a knife. The strange creature noticed that the two men were recording it, and then charged at them. Thankfully, they escaped unharmed and left the terrifying creature in the dark.
Dude, that's
Ebony. Download now.
Casi rendido tras infinitos intentos, Luis por fin se inspiró con el acorde perfecto, dando la mejor gira de todos los tiempos. Un Fisherman's Friend y da el paso.
Troll. If you had trouble believing in the existence of trolls, you better watch this clip then. In a strange and rare occurrence, this mythical monster was captured on camera. With its huge size and body all covered in dark hair, it terrified anything that came in its way. This odd entity was videotaped in the dark as it took big steps towards the one who was recording. And while these creeps tend to stay out of human sight and reside in the darkest corners of the wilderness, they sometimes come out of hiding and knock out those who disrupt their peace. The creepy humanoid. A group of men were shocked to find a mysterious creature lurking in the dark. The monster had been hiding in an abandoned building somewhere in the fields. It fit the description of a rake, the nightmarish creature known for preying on people at night. It was pale in color, with a hairless body. The creepy humanoid had long limbs and eyes that shone brightly in the dark. Sitting on the roof, the creature clearly gave a warning to the group to stay away from the building. So they did, and returned to their camps immediately. Good for them that this rake was merciful in nature. Chupacabra. Did these people finally catch the infamous mythological creature that haunted American folklore? A creature that used to lurk in the caves and mountains, but was now finally captured on camera in broad daylight. It had the body of a four-legged animal and the head of a mountain goat. Its two black horns looked terrifying. This strange creature was put on a leash by the two men that caught it. It looked like they were going to keep it. However, no further details about the mysterious creature were revealed after that. So, what was it exactly? Furry monster. When you think of birds, you imagine something small and cute, but this one was different. A strange species of vulture was captured on camera, leaving people in awe and concern. This bird was much larger than typical vultures and had a thick coat of fur. It was an Andean condor, showing off its massive wings as it flapped them proudly. Despite its size, the bird seemed friendly, happily accepting food from the crowd, making it surprisingly likable to everyone around. Giant caterpillar. Initially, it looked like a giant caterpillar. However, this odd creature had a rather weird anatomy. The unusual caterpillar had dull colors covering its body and green patterns covering its back. Its head looked as if it was swollen. The weird creature looked even scarier when an orange-colored fork tongue came out of its mouth. When the person got a little closer to the creature that was slithering on the ground, it kind of hissed and tried to defend itself. So he left it alone then. Good for him. As the griffin. In one of the videos, a man seemed to be recording from the top of a building when he noticed something unusual in the air. The huge mythological monster, identified as the griffin. The gigantic creature was sitting on top of a building before flying in the air and then vanished. Was this the proof that the mythological creature, especially the griffin, still exists? Or was it just another hoax? Nightcrawlers. After watching this, you might start believing in aliens, or perhaps the Nightcrawlers. In this footage, a strange figure was seen walking down the slope. What was truly odd about this being was that it was white in color and had a weird body. It had two long legs that were slender along with a round head, and had no eyes and even arms. In another video, this same entity was captured in a residential neighborhood. The anomaly could be seen hopping on the front porches of the houses when one of the cameras recorded it. No one knows what these creatures were and what were they doing here. Strange sighting. Exactly what did this person capture on camera? No one knows, but looks like another strange sighting telling us that the universe hides many secrets. A bunch of people were at the ruins of ancient buildings when something unsettling happened. High above one of the towers, there was an unusual entity in the air. At first, it looked like a huge hawk, but then it looked more like a human being. Maybe it was the Mothman or something else entirely.
Coming back now.
Phoenix. A man in China came across this spectacular scene and, lucky for us, decided to videotape it. High above in the mountains, there were some odd creatures flying. That caught his attention. There were 2 or 3 up in the air. These strange creatures had huge white wings resembling a big bird. It had white feathers covering its entire body. In one glimpse, it seemed that the creature even had red and black spots on its head. Seen from a distance, these creatures looked breathtakingly beautiful, though. Gargoyle. This man was on a plane when something spectacular caught his eye. His camera was capturing the beautiful clouds that blocked the sunshine behind, when suddenly 2 strange figures appeared out of nowhere. These creatures looked like they had a human being's body, and while their bodies looked normal, they had huge wings that were abnormal in size. The unusual creatures were flying upwards in the air. Whatever these things were, they kept fluttering their gigantic wings and flew around without a care in the world, having no clue. They were scaring everyone who saw them. Big Nako. These people could not believe their luck that they were lucky enough to encounter and videotape the famous Japanese folklore creature, Big Nako. This centuries-old creature is also known as Monster Cat, all due to its one of strange abilities, shape-shifting. Yep, it can take the shape of a human, another cat, and sometimes even their own masters to trick the people. This supernatural animal looks almost identical to an ordinary house cat, but they're far from normal, one of the reasons why people fear them. So, beware next time you come across a similar